Hi everybody, Alex from Wise Energy here. Today I want to do a bit of talking about the federal government battery rebate and the Ranger 20. And I'll give you some context as time goes on, but I'm starting with the Ranger 20 because it helps me with the foundation and some information about the battery rebate and what battery systems can look like. So this system was originally designed here. There's quite a few of them out there. It's completely Australian made. We do all the laser cutting, all the fabrication, powder coating, all in the same facility. And it's a very well considered product. So even small things like the lid is insulated, so where the stiffeners are, there's insulation in the lid and in the top. We all know those plastic fan covers on electrical cabinets end up getting eaten with UV, so we make these really nice little fold down covers. You can see they're on both sides. We keep the cabinets pressurized, so the fan's blowing inwards that way. So then that way it's pushing all the dust out from any possible openings. We try and consider everything as much as possible. So this particular unit is powered by a Victron Multi RS6, so a 6 kVA inverter that can surge up to 9. It's got a Servo GX there, which gets it on the internet and hooks to your Touch 50, which is a really nice touch screen to get all your data and see all your solar in, your loads, all that sort of stuff. It's got 2 batteries in it now. It can fit 4, so that's 20 kVA. The solar isolators are here, so they're built in. Your AC distribution's here, that's built in. Your DC isolator's here, that's built in. There's an input, so it's ready for a generator straight away. So it's intended for off-grid, and it's got 2 15 amp outlets. Under here, there's 2 hardwire connections. Sorry, I apologise. There's 3 hardwire connections. There's a USB and a HDMI. There's a Ethernet for getting it on the internet. It also has Wi-Fi, MC4 connectors, earth stud, and here is your generator automatic start-stop and fuel level. And so when I said hardwire connectors before, I mean for AC circuits, so you can run directly in. So when this unit drops on the ground, it's ready to go straight away. Now this unit, interestingly enough, doesn't comply with the federal government battery rebate, and that's okay. We'll sell them cheap. That's just what it's going to be. So if anyone wants a really, really well-built off-grid system at a great price, then pick up the phone and ask for Alex and call Wise Energy. Now, where I was going with this is the principle. Knowing the rebate was coming, we've been designing a new system, a system that can be up to 50 kilowatt hours, is built for Australian conditions, and meets all the criteria for the rebate. And what makes it special is it's not an all-in-one. And now when I say an all-in-one, I mean units where the battery, the inverter, they're all the same brand, they're all from the same company, they kind of clip together and look like they're all one thing. I don't want to name any names because I think it's probably unreasonable, but to me it seems pretty obvious what an all-in-one system is. It's made by one company, the battery, the power conversion equipment, the solar input, the EV charger, the app, it's all one thing. Now, it's my view that that is going to be really bad for Australia long term, because some of these companies haven't been around a long time. It doesn't mean they're going to fail. It's not exactly what I'm trying to say, but what it means is, in time, if that company doesn't exist and there's a single component failure, that unit might be completely failed. And with the federal government battery rebate, you only get one shot at it. And so it makes sense to me that as an Australian, we should be careful with what we're buying and considered and trying to think of the future and to reduce waste as much as possible. And so my view is a system like that is not actually good for Australia, and I don't think it's good for the environment. What I think makes the most sense is a system built all off similar technologies, but where each single component is agnostic of each other. An example being this system. It's a standard kind of size rack mount battery. In future, if the battery fails, it can be replaced. In the case of the batteries we use, you can actually replace the BMSs in them. So if you have a BMS failure, a single part, which could happen to anyone, for the next 5-10 years, we can actually replace those parts. But that said, this unit has 4 batteries. If any one fails, one's redundant to the other. So it means, you can turn one off, the system can keep operating, we can help warrant the system and move on. In 10 years' time, if they're actually past their life, but the inverter up here is still good, well, you can buy new batteries, and the technology might have changed by then. That might be sodium, who knows? And in the reverse case, the inverter might fail, or the servo might fail, or the circuit breaker might fail. But every single component is replaceable. So we've been working really, really hard here at Wise to build a system that fits the battery rebate, is up to 50 kilowatt hours, makes sense for Australians, makes sense for the future. And in the coming week or two, we're going to have the first sample one ready to release. You know, yes, it looks a bit like a tower. It's a big thing. But I think it's going to be the solution. What I might even do is I might quickly jump on my computer monitor and I'll show you guys what the sample rendering looks like. I've got the first physical one here, but the principle is nothing all in one, each component agnostic to each other, empowering the consumer to take control of what their energy future looks like. Give me a minute and I'll jump in front of my computer and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, everyone, I can hold my hand on my heart and I can say it looks like a tower. I know it's not as aesthetically pleasing as a Tesla Powerwall or the competitors out there, but it takes 50 kilowatt hours of battery inside the cabinet. It's all completely IP rated. It's serviceable. It's easily put in place with lifting hooks and forklift pockets, and it empowers you to control what the future looks like. So down in our factory, we've got the first sample one, which I can show probably in a week. But for now, just a quick rendering. This fits the rebate scheme perfectly, and I think it fits what Australians need perfectly. Granted, it's not going to work well in a urban or residential environment where housing's tight and there might not be a space for it. But for commercial, for off-grid, where this shape isn't a problem, I think this is going to work really, really well. So we're hoping to start installing these around the start of September. They'll be available for pre-sale on our website soon enough, but anyone who's got an inquiry or any interest in it, just give me a call. And that's probably the best part about working with us, is both myself and my colleagues, if you've got technical problems or support issues, you've also got our mobile number. In the case of an off-grid, I'm probably your installer as well. So we've built the product, we've brought it here, we've released it to the market, and we're the installer, and we're the ones you're going to deal with for after-sales support. So I think that's a pretty unique selling point, and hopefully it'll generate some interest. Thanks for watching, everyone.